Hi there, thanks for joining. I'm Linnell with FITT WELL with Linnell. Today talking about an overview of nutrition, and I'm talking a bird's eye view. So maybe you've tried writing down every single calorie that you've consumed and tracked your nutrition that way, and that can be effective, but I bet I'm right when I say no one wants to live that way if they don't have to. So here are some basic things that you can do for your nutrition so that you don't have to be tedious about it. And even if you are being tedious about it, you still want to do these easy tips. So what I'm talking about is from my book, FITT WELL. That's FITT with 2 T's. And you can buy it on Amazon, and there'll be a link in this video as well. So back to nutrition. First off, you want to get as close to nature as possible. And what I mean by that is you want to get your foods to be as natural as possible, staying away from genetically modified organisms and staying away from trans fats, that is hydrogenated oils, and a lot of preservatives to the best of your ability. You have to be reasonable about it. You know, most people can't afford to eat organic all the time, and I'm certainly one of those people, so I understand that. But you want to eat as close to nature as possible. Now, along with your foods being close to nature, you want to tune into your body's natural cues. And this is something that I believe everybody can do. So sometimes we can think we're hungry when we're really not. So let me just point out what may or may not be obvious. So you're truly hungry when your stomach's growling, you get that empty feeling in your stomach, you're losing energy, a little bit fatigued, maybe even to the point of a little bit shaky. That's true hunger. Be forewarned, boredom, anxiety, frustration, thirst, those can all make you want to eat, but they're not hunger. As can being too tired, and I talk about that in a different video. You want to make sure that you're getting proper amounts of sleep, usually 7 to 9 hours per 24 period for adults, so that you don't mistake tiredness for hunger. So get into nature. Eat your foods as close to nature as is reasonably possible for you, and tune into those body cues of true hunger. Now, in addition to that, you want to tune into your body's cues about when you've eaten enough, your satiety cues, if you will. So, you feel your stomach starting to fill a bit. It doesn't have to be all the way full by any means. That's not good for you, but you feel it filling. You feel it filling, yeah. Also, you start to lose that sense of discomfort, that sense of hunger and lack of energy. That might take up to 20 minutes, so eat slowly and savor every bite. And another cue is, of course, visually, how much you've eaten. So keep those things in mind every time you eat, so you're tuning into nature and you can naturally manage your weight more easily. Now, another thing that I want you to cue into is balance. Balance your plate. For the most part, I'm not saying do it every time, but for the most part, try to fill your plate with half fruits and vegetables, and then your proteins and other things. Carbs aren't the enemy. You can have a little bit, but try starting to fill your plate with at least fruit and vegetables most of the time. And if you're trying to lose weight, you can always go with a smaller plate as well, is an easy way to do it. Now, about balancing energy. Weight loss is more than, consuming fewer calories and expending more calories. That's a part of it. It's a little more complicated than that. But a great tip that you can fairly easily do is time when you exercise, particularly cardiovascular exercise. So if you're trying to lose fat, don't eat right before you exercise. In fact, if you exercise in the morning and you're not going to get too shaky or pass out or anything, exercise after you haven't eaten for a while, like in the morning. And then when you're done, try to wait an hour, at least a half hour before you eat again. You will burn a higher percentage of fat calories by doing that, because the body's gotten to those fat calories and they're using that for energy. And so that is a great way to make the most of your workouts if indeed you're trying to burn fat. And a third point I want to make is more good, less bad. And I'm not just talking about junk food here. You already know that. More good, make sure that you're getting the vitamins and minerals that you need, the supplements that you need. I recommend taking a multivitamin. Part of that reason is, especially if you're reducing calories, it may be more difficult to get all the vitamins and minerals that you need. You may even find that you have a specific deficit and you may need to use a particular supplement there. I found that I had a selenium deficiency, and the day I started taking selenium, my issues were nearly solved. So if you find what you're lacking and get that, and at least a multivitamin, that can be very helpful as well. That's the good. And the bad, besides cutting back on the junk food and stress eating, is if you're allergic to some sort of food, avoid it. And there may even be some foods that you're not truly allergic to, but they just make you feel bad, or hey, they're not even worth calories. They don't taste that great to be worth all those calories. So call them not worth it foods, and just steer clear of the foods that aren't worth it to you, and certainly any foods that you may be allergic to. So I thank you for tuning in. Again, the book is Fit and Well. I'm aiming to help you find very simple, natural ways to be fit and well. And thank you for joining me on this nutrition chapter in the book. It's chapter 3. Hope that you get it. Hope that you enjoy it. Thanks so much for tuning in. God bless.